Before we begin, I just want to make it super clear that marriage is intended, it's meant, it's designed to be nothing but happiness. Of course, we have moments where we don't feel happy. We have moments when we are annoyed or perturbed, but it's designed to be wonderful. How do I mean that? What am I talking about? I'm talking about a design that is God's design, not our design, not some guy sitting in an office's design. God designed marriage. How do I know that? Because God is a loving God. It's logical. And He's our Father. And He wants us to be happy. And we know that when we met our soulmate, they were our soulmate. How does that happen? If your story is like most people's, it was so random how you met each other, right? But what happens? Why are we even talking about this particular topic? This topic is the 3 most perilous years of marriage. And it's really understandable when you think in terms of marriage as having a mechanical component. It's like everything else. Even a bush, a plant, has a mechanical component. Everything has a mechanical component because the universe itself is kind of mechanical. There's cause and effect. There's left and right, up and down, good and evil. Now, we don't learn about marriage, and this is what causes all of the problems. We don't learn about marriage because, frankly, people don't understand marriage. Marriage got hijacked. The teachings of marriage got hijacked. Not intentionally, it's not like an evil thing, but Western psychology jumped in and said, well, we'll help with marriage when people have a problem. We'll take them through therapy, we'll have marriage counseling, we'll do all these things. None of that works. How do I know? I was a divorce mediator until 2001. For God's sake, I believed in divorce. I used to help people get a divorce, put their case together, decide who gets the kids when, who gets the car, who gets the house. And woman always gets the house. And we would go off to court and get a divorce, and I thought that was fine. Then a couple asked me to help them save their marriage. I was, after all, a communications expert. And at that time, in 2001, it was trendy. Everything is trendy in marriage, misinformation. It was trendy that communication is at the heart of marriage. Well, it isn't, and it is. It's a little bit a part of it. What's really missing is this grand understanding first that marriage is intended to be happy. And if it's not happy, it means you're doing something wrong. You and your spouse, both of you, but it's not your fault. Again, you don't have the education. Let me give you a great example. We are taught in this trendy world that you have to draw lines. You have to confront somebody when they're not doing what they're supposed to do. You have to hold them accountable. Not in marriage. Not in marriage. We're also taught that marriage is sort of like a business, give and take. No, it's not. It's give and give. So let's get into what are the 3 most dangerous, the perilous years in marriage. The first year, I think, is the most perilous. Not that it's the one when people get a divorce, because people are feeling their way through marriage in the dark without a guide, quite frankly. And what happens is, it's sort of, for most couples, it's a setting up of turf. Now, you've been married more than a year probably, or you wouldn't be watching this video, because there's also this honeymoon aspect where there's lots of sex, lots of touching. And that's nice. That's good. It helps. Most people don't do that the rest of their lives. You could. Nothing wrong with it. In fact, there's everything right with it, but that's not what happens. So what happens in that first year is you're setting up, and I hate to use this word, but you're setting up sides, territories. This is my responsibility. This is your responsibility. And what you're doing, and let's get past the honeymoon phase stuff, which is there at the same time. Both things can be true at the same time, is you're setting the stage for the rest of your marriage. And if you don't know what marriage is all about, which please forgive me if this is insulting you, but it's the truth. If you don't know, what you're doing is you're setting the stage improperly, and your marriage is not going to provide happiness, extreme love, and harmony, which is what you want. Now, the second dangerous years of our marriages is when the kids are kind of in the 7th grade, 8th grade, middle school, maybe a little earlier. Why? Well, when you first have your kids, think about it. You're really committed to making sure everything is just right for the kids. There's a lot of heavy interaction. There's a lot of focus on the children. You're getting along mostly for the children's sake. And people are starting to go, I can't do this the rest of my life. I can't do this. How sad is that? When you got married with the idea for the rest of our lives. That was the idea. And there's nothing wrong with that idea. It's the right idea. But if you don't know, marriage becomes work. And that's not what marriage is supposed to be. Now, are there things you have to do while you're married the whole time? Yes. But work? No. You do things, we could call it a labor of love. People talk about compromise. I don't believe in compromise. I do believe in accommodation, though. Accommodation is what you do when you love somebody and they're doing something that is just triggering you like crazy. When you have that happen, what you're doing is you're basically going, oh my God, I got to avoid this, or I got to say something. No, out of love, understand this, out of love, you accommodate. You understand? It's a big difference between accommodation and compromise. Now, the third phase that is dangerous is when the kids are leaving. They're going off to college. They're getting their own lives. And now your busy life, which pretty much was oriented around taking care of your children because you're really good people and you love your kids and you want to do what's right by them, you may not have even thought about divorce or separating. Or many people, and again, I got this mostly when I was a divorce mediator, not when I started helping couples save their marriage, which began in 2001. What happened was that couple asked me to help them save their marriage. I discovered things about marriage that completely changed my life. And it's my cause. It's my service. My life is chiefly service. Those of us who really love God and we want to serve God, we find ways of serving our community. And this became like pretty obvious that this was an opportunity for me to really help people. I had a friend, Robert. He was a fellow divorce mediator, having a rough guy, tough guy, great surfer. We started in San Diego, and he was a Navy SEAL, so he was tough. And when he saw what I was doing, he said, Paul, you have no idea what you've stumbled into. You're not just helping that couple save their marriage, because I was starting to speak at Second Saturday, which is a support group for women at that time going through a divorce. And he said, you don't have any idea, do you? You're not just saving that couple. Their children are totally impacted. Their lives are going to be completely different too because of what you're doing. And I went, oh, that's really cool. So life is chiefly service. So we're here at the Marriage Foundation. We are serving couples, individuals. That's how we save marriages, through the individual. And people can go from totally bad until they discover, wow, marriage is beautiful. I'm so in love again. I had no idea this was possible. but it's very possible. It's doable. Look, think about it this way. Let's say you're driving down the road and you don't know much about even the car, and all of a sudden you're hearing womp, 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 and you don't know what it is. And you keep driving, and your car is going all over the place, and you get out of the car and you realize, oh my God, I have a flat tire. I should have fixed it a long time ago, but you didn't know. So it's the same thing with marriage. You don't know. Like the number one thing for marriage, really, it's education. You got to understand it so you can really appreciate it and love it. So yeah, the last troublesome time is when your kids go off to school. Now, what do you do about this? Well, I've been talking about it the whole time. I've been trying to be kind of discreet. You have to learn about marriage. You really have to put your mind on it. Now, we also have a thing called the 10 top do's and don'ts. You ought to sign up for that. It's free. We put you on our mailing list and we help you through your marriage as best we can. That's what we're here for. That's what we're all about. By the way, I forgot to tell you, I'm Paul Friedman. Hello. I founded the Marriage Foundation, and we've been doing this for a long time, helping many, many people. Like the video, definitely tell me what you think about this topic in the comments section. Oftentimes, people will ask me a personal question about their marriage in the comments section. And some people think, well, I shouldn't do that. Yes, you should. It's a time when I can really focus on you in the comments section and help many people who are reading that comment too. Now, also, we have a free service called Ask a Counselor. So for that, go to our website and then we can help you in that way too. We're here to help you with your marriage. That's it. God bless you. Visit us again. Remember, subscribe, like, comment, and have a wonderful day. Take care. Hi, I'm Paul Friedman, founder of the Marriage Foundation. Been saving marriages since 2001. Now, what can we say about not giving up and not settling? These are two big deals that for your marriage, these are vital concepts. And they boil down to two things that we offer you. One are the books that we have. I have Lessons for a Happy Marriage, which is the first book that I wrote, and Breaking the Cycle. They're both great. Flip a coin as to which one you want. That's for not settling. Those books lay out for you exactly what marriage is all about. The guidelines, the intricacies, delves into communication, all the things about marriage that you need to know. And if your marriage is doing fine, but you just have this little problem here, this little problem there, but it's basically doing fine, don't settle. I promise you this, when you read one of these books, you're going to learn more about marriage than you even knew you didn't know, and it's going to change everything for the better. You will be so grateful that you took my advice and got one of those books. Now, the Don't Give Up, when I began, I was structuring, compiling all the marriage help that people need in order to save their marriage. I was a divorce mediator until 2001. And so I was fortunate that I was accessing a support group for those who were going to get a divorce called Second Saturday in San Diego, California. And so I was able to pull out of those sessions individuals after I told them that I could help them save their marriage who were beyond on the verge of getting a divorce. I'm going to say 95 to 98% of the people for whom I got a divorce shouldn't have, didn't need to, had they known what I now know. I took all of that knowledge and I put it into comprehensive courses, one for men and one for women. These courses, your course based on your gender, will bring you from the depth of the swamp that you find yourself in out of that into the light and help you achieve a marriage you never even dreamed possible. That's a promise. Now, what if you're not even married? What if you're going to get married and you're just looking around for marriage advice? In that case, and I actually created this for some friends, we have a premarital course, which is amazing. You'll never have a problem in your marriage. Well, like nobody ever has a problem, but you won't have any killer problems. You'll know how to be married to get the most out of your marriage. What if you're only dating? Then I have a course for you too. This one I actually created for my son, and it is a step-by-step process for you to attract your soulmate, and in the right way. I'm so glad that you found us. Please take advantage of that which we have to offer. We are here to serve you. I'm Paul Friedman. God bless you, and take care.